Imagine your brain as a sophisticated orchestra, each section playing in a harmony to create the symphony of your life. But what happens when an uninvited conductor, stress, takes the podium, disrupting this harmony? Hey guys, welcome to Healer Reads. I'm Anna, and this is where we grow together, finding a better ways to live, feel, and grow. Today we are talking about something we all deal with, stress. How it messes with our body and mind, and more importantly, how we can keep it in check. You don't want to miss this one, so stay with me till the end. What happens in our brain when we are stressed? Alright, let's talk about the hippocampus, your brain's memory HQ. This little seahorse-shaped part of your brain, hippocampus actually means seahorse in Greek, is in charge of storing memories and keeping your emotions in check. Sounds pretty important, right? Well, here's the problem. Stress absolutely hates hippocampus. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, stress hormone. A little bit of it, not a big deal. But too much for too long, that's where things go south. High cortisol levels actually shrink the hippocampus, making it harder for you to remember things, stay focused, and even control your emotions. Ever felt super forgetful or overwhelmed after a stressful week? Yeah, blame cortisol. But here's the good news. Hippocampus is kind of like muscle. The right habits like meditation, exercises, and quality sleep can help protect it and even regrow lost connections. So managing stress isn't just about feeling better in a moment, it's about keeping your brain strong in a long run. Now let's talk about amygdala, your brain's built-in alarm system. This little almond shape is what keeps you alive when danger strikes. Back in the day, it helped our ancestors run from, say, hungry lion. Today, it's a reason your heart races before a big presentation, or why you freak out when you get a last-minute deadline. Here's the catch. When stress sticks around for too long, your amygdala goes into overdrive, meaning even small things can trigger fight or flight response. Ever had those days where everything just feels overwhelming? That's your amygdala basically yelling, panic! Even when there is no real threat. Chronic stress can actually make your amygdala bigger and more reactive over time, meaning stress can literally rewire your brain to more anxious. But don't worry, you are not stuck with an overactive alarm system forever. Mindfulness, deep breathing, and even journaling can calm the amygdala down, helping you respond to stress instead of just react to it. Think of it like turning down the volume of unnecessary alarm. So your brain only panics when it really needs to. Now, meet your brain decision maker, the prefrontal cortex. Think of it as the smart, responsible friend who keeps you in check, helping you stay focused, make good choices, and not act purely on impulse. It's the reason you can plan ahead, resist distractions, and stop yourself from being like watching an entire show the night before an important deadline. But here is the problem. Stress is like a kryptonite for this part of your brain. When you're overwhelmed, the prefrontal cortex starts to power down, making it harder to think, control emotions, or even get simple tasks done. Ever had those moments where your mind just goes blank under pressure? That's stress overriding your ability to think logically. And it gets worse. Chronic stress shrinks the prefrontal cortex while making the amygdala even more reactive. Translation: less control, more panic. Good news is, you can actually train your prefrontal cortex to be stronger. Things like meditation, controlled breathing, and even regular exercise help bring it back online. Why does our brain like stress? Why? Believe it or not, A bit of stress can be beneficial. It can motivate us, sharpen our focus, and help us tackle challenges more effectively. This response is rooted in our survival instincts. Our ancestors relied on acute stress reactions to evade predators and handle immediate dangers. In these wars, while we might not face the same physical threats, our bodies still react to the modern stressors like work, deadlines, or social media pressures in a similar ways. This means that occasional stress can boost performance and productivity, but chronic stress can be detrimental to both our mental and physical health. Understanding this mechanism helps us to recognize the importance of managing stress, ensuring it serves as a helpful tool rather than harmful burden. Let me share a real story life of how stress can silently take over your life. Nikita, not her real name, she's a Malaysian girl. Nikita was a hardworking employee at a major multinational company. She worked long hours, answered messages at all times, and even lost sleep over work issues. Over time, this constant stress led to severe anxiety. She even feared missing her boss's call while taking a shower. Then strange things started happening. Just 1 hour after waking up, she would feel like extremely fatigued. Her vision became like blurry, and yet she kept pushing through, ignoring the signs. One day she nearly crashed her car while rushing to the meeting. That was her wake-up call. At the hospital, she was diagnosed with myasthenia gravis, a chronic autoimmune disease where the body attacks its own nerve muscles communication. Shockingly, emotional stress was her making her condition worse. If left undiagnosed, it could have been fatal. When we experience chronic stress, our body releases excessive cortisol, which can weaken the immune system and increase inflammation. In autoimmune disease like myasthenia gravis, this can worsen symptoms, causing muscle weakness, fatigue, and even life-threatening complications. Stress doesn't just affect your mind, it can physically harm your body. Alright, so how we can keep stress from taking over and avoid these health issues? So let's chat about simple ways to keep stress from taking over our lives. First off, moving our body is key. Whether it's a brisk walk or jog or some yoga, physical activity can work wonders in lifting our mood and easing stress. Plus, it's a great way to get those feel-good endorphin flowing. Another thing to consider is mindful practices. Taking a few minutes each day for meditation or deep breathing can really help to calm our mind. It's like hitting the reset button, allowing to us approach challenging with a clearer head. And let's not forget the power of a good night's sleep. When we are well rested, we're better equipped to handle whatever comes our way. Aiming for those 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep can make a big difference. Eating well also plays a role. Incorporating more fruits, veggies, and whole grains into our meals can boost our overall well-being. It helps us to control our stress. Spending time with friends and family, sharing a laugh, or even just chatting can provide that emotional support that we all need. Managing our time effectively can also reduce the stress. By organizing our tasks and setting realistic goals, we can prevent that overwhelming feelings of having too much on our plate. Limiting caffeine, nicotine, and stuff is worth considering too. While they might give a temporary boost, they can also increase the stress level in the long run. Engaging in hobbies we love can be a wonderful escape from daily stress. Whether it's painting, reading, playing an instrument, or gardening, doing something enjoyable can be incredibly therapeutic. Listening to calming music can also soothe our minds. It has relaxing effect on both the mind and body, helping to lower stress levels. And if things ever feels too overwhelming, it's important to reach out to professional help. In addition to traditional methods, modern technology offers innovative tools to help managing stress effectively. For instance, smartwatches like Apple Watch have become more than just a timekeeper. They monitor vital signs such as heart rate and breathing patterns, alerting us to potential stress indicators. These devices have become even more advanced. Sleep apnea detection, which can provide insights into our overall health and stress level. Another fascinating gadget is the Muse 2 headband. This device takes the guesswork out of meditation by providing real-time feedback on our brain activity, heart rate, breathing, and body movements. It's like having a personal meditation coach, helping us achieve a calm and more relaxed state. Additionally, virtual assistants like Alexa or Google Home can automate small daily tasks, reducing mental fatigue. For example, we can ask them to control smart home devices or set timers for our workouts, allowing us, to focus more on our relaxation time and less on our routine stuff. Another way to control stress is art. Engaging in art isn't just about creating something beautiful. It's a very fantastic way to manage stress. And here is why. When you dive into activities like painting, drawing, or crafting, your brain shifts focus from daily routine to the task at hand. This immersion can lead to a state of flow where time seems to fly and your mind is fully engaged, giving your brain a much needed break from stressors. Incorporating art into your routine doesn't require you to be a professional artist, whether it's doodling, coloring, or sculpting. So next time you're feeling overwhelmed, pick up a paintbrush or some clay, pencil. It might be just a stress relief you need. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Let's continue this conversation in comments below. Share your thoughts, your experiences, or any question you might have. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care and be kind to yourself.